There's a certain heaviness people carry in this country that doesn't show on their face. It doesn't appear in photos, it doesn't squeak through their laughter, and it doesn't reflect in their "I'm fine" replies. It sits deeper, quiet, stubborn, and familiar. And the strange thing is, most people don't even realize how heavy their load is until they pause long enough to feel it. You, for example. You wake up every day, adjust your shoulders, and dive straight into a life that demands 10 times more from you than you're built for. And somehow, you keep going like it's normal to live in a place where everything is a battle. Opportunities, stability, peace, money, clarity, direction, even electricity has commitment issues. You keep surviving anyway. But let's slow down for a moment. Breathe. Think. Look at your life the way you would look at someone else's story. Remove your name. Remove your guilt. Remove the expectations. Just observe the sheer amount of weight you're carrying. You're juggling responsibilities you never asked for. You're trying to grow in soil that keeps shifting under your feet. You're trying to stay hopeful in a country that tests hope like an exam. You're dealing with pressure from family, society, and even from your younger self, the version of you that thought life would be easier than this. Nobody really teaches you how to carry this kind of load. Nobody teaches you how to navigate disappointment without losing your mind. Nobody teaches you how to deal with delays that feel personal, or dreams that feel stuck, or plans that somehow keep taking longer, costing more, and stressing you out more than you expected. And yet, you continue. Here's something we rarely say out loud. You're not weak for feeling overwhelmed. You're tired because your life has been demanding far more than it gives back. There's a difference between being weak and being exhausted. Weakness is an inability. Exhaustion is a result. And what you're feeling is the result of years of trying to make something out of limited resources, limited options, limited support, and limited rest. The truth is, if you wrote down everything you've survived in the last few years, you'd shock yourself. You've dealt with stress that should have broken you. You've faced challenges that don't come with instruction manuals. You've navigated moments where you didn't know where to turn, who to talk to, or how to keep yourself from falling apart. But there you were, holding yourself together in the daytime, breaking quietly at night, waking up the next morning, and trying again. That's not failure. That's endurance. Let's talk about something many Nigerians pretend doesn't exist: the mental and emotional fatigue that comes from constantly being strong. We celebrate strength too much in this part of the world, almost to the point where people are ashamed to admit they're struggling. You hear things like, "Be a man, be strong, you'll be fine, don't let it get to you," as if saying you're exhausted is the same thing as being irresponsible. But deep down, everyone is fighting battles nobody talks about. The guy you think is doing well, he's scared of losing everything. The woman you admire, she cries in the shower so no one notices. Your friend who's always smiling, carrying pressure that would surprise you. People who seem calm, they're just good at hiding the noise in their head. And you've learned to hide your own noise too. You hide it under jokes, under responsibilities, under distractions, under "I'm fine," under a daily routine that doesn't give you time to breathe, under the expectation that you must keep moving, whether or not you have the strength. But let me ask you something honestly. If someone else told you their life looked exactly like yours right now, would you call them a failure? Or would you realize they're carrying far more than any one person should? You'd probably tell them, "Your life is hard, but you're doing your best." So why is it so difficult to tell yourself the same thing? You were not created to carry the entire world on your head. Life was not designed to be handled alone. Humans were made for support, community, comfort, rest. But in a society where everybody's trying to survive, support is often a luxury nobody can afford to give consistently. So you convince yourself you're failing because you feel tired, or scared, or confused. You convince yourself something is wrong with you because you're not moving as fast as others. You look at people your age and start asking yourself questions nobody forced you to ask. Why am I not further than this? When will things change for me? Why is my progress slow? What am I doing wrong? The problem is you're comparing journeys without comparing context. Some people started with advantage. Some people had support. Some people had mentors. Some people had stable homes. Some people had rich networks. Some people had money. Some people had healing early in life while you had survival. Some people had clarity while you had confusion. Some people were allowed to fall apart while you had to stay strong against your will. And here you are, judging yourself harshly for not matching their speed. Pause. Really pause. Let this sink into your chest. Your journey is not slow. Your journey is yours, and you're not behind. You're surviving in an environment where even survival is an achievement. Let's talk about pressure. Nigerian culture is drenched in it. Pressure to make money, pressure to marry, pressure to care for family, pressure to make something of yourself, pressure to appear successful, pressure to perform, pressure to pretend. Everybody is under some kind of silent tension. Even the most calm people you see outside are carrying fear. Fear of the future, fear of time, fear of disappointment, fear of trying again, fear of being left behind, fear of starting from zero, fear of failing, fear of succeeding and then losing everything, fear of asking for help and being judged for it. You're not alone in this. You're not the only one who feels overwhelmed sometimes. You're not the only one who feels stuck. You're not the only one who feels like life is moving faster than your capacity. You're not the only one who wishes things were easier. We just don't talk about these things enough. Because deep down, everybody's trying to look like they have it together, but nobody really has it together. People just know how to hide their chaos better. Let's shift the camera lens onto you again. Let's look at the effort you put in even on days when you have nothing left. Let's acknowledge the strength it takes to keep living in a world that keeps throwing unexpected blows your way. You have survived heartbreaks. You have survived disappointments you never talk about. You have survived moments that threatened to break your confidence. You have survived failures that felt embarrassing. You have survived days that took everything from you and gave nothing in return. You have survived nights when sleep refused to come. You have survived seasons of confusion and hopelessness. You have survived fear, frustration, loneliness, pressure, and uncertainty. And you're still standing. Maybe not confidently, maybe not boldly, maybe not gracefully, maybe not cheerfully, but you're standing. And that alone makes you powerful. Here's the thing most people don't understand. Survival is not passive. It's not weakness. It's not lack of ambition. Survival takes work. It takes strength. It takes courage. It takes energy. It takes stubbornness. You don't survive by accident. You survive because something inside you refuses to give up. That something is not failure, it's resilience. You think you're falling behind, but you're actually moving, even if slowly. You think your life is stagnant, but you're learning. You think you're stuck, but you're growing in ways you can't see yet. Sometimes growth looks like confusion. Sometimes growth looks like rest. Sometimes growth looks like standing still until your mind catches up to your life. Sometimes growth looks like losing people. Sometimes growth looks like letting go of plans that don't serve you anymore. And yes, sometimes growth looks like struggling. The fact that you're here, listening, thinking, self-reflecting, that alone is progress. That alone means you care about your life. That alone means you haven't given up on yourself, even if you feel close to it sometimes. You're not failing. You're adjusting, you're learning, you're adapting, you're recovering, you're surviving. You're trying, genuinely trying, in a world that has made trying feel like an Olympic sport. You deserve more credit than you give yourself.
You deserve rest. You deserve patience. You deserve encouragement. You deserve compassion. You deserve understanding, especially from yourself. And before this part ends, let me leave you with this. If you ever feel like you're not enough, remember the amount of weight you lift every day without applause. Remember the storms you've survived without anyone noticing. Remember the days you held your emotions together like fragile glass. Remember the strength it takes to wake up each day and keep moving despite everything happening around you. You're not weak. You're not slow. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're carrying more than people can see, and you're carrying it with more courage than you realize.
There's something about living in Nigeria that forces you to grow up faster than you planned. Life here doesn't wait for you to figure things out. It doesn't give you space to find yourself, or time to explore your options, or the emotional cushion to make 10 mistakes before you get one decision right. No, here, life throws you into the deep end and dares you to swim, even if you barely know how to float. And that's why most people don't realize how strong they are. Because in this country, strength becomes normal. You don't think you're doing anything special, you're just doing what you have to do to survive. But if you step outside yourself for a moment and truly look at your life, you'll notice something powerful. You have been living like a warrior without ever acknowledging your own bravery. Think about the responsibilities you carry, not just the financial ones, emotional, mental, social, spiritual. You're trying to build a life while carrying the weight of expectations you never consented to. Family looking up to you, friends depending on you, society judging you, yourself criticizing you. And somehow, you keep waking up every day wearing a face that says, "I've got this," even when you don't. You don't give yourself credit for the battles you fight silently, for the moments when you force yourself to get out of bed despite feeling drained, for the times you hold your emotions together because there's simply no room to break down, for the nights you cry quietly so you don't worry the people around you, for the days you show up to work, school, or life despite having zero motivation left. And let's be honest, you've had moments where you wondered if this is really what life is supposed to feel like. You've questioned yourself, you've questioned God, you've questioned your future, you've questioned your decisions. But you keep moving, not because you have everything figured out, but because giving up is not even an option. Let's talk about comparison for a moment, because whether we admit it or not, this is one of the biggest roots of pressure for Nigerians today. You scroll online and you see people living the soft life, traveling, getting new apartments, buying cars, posting achievements, announcing promotions, starting businesses, launching something new every week. Meanwhile, you're looking at your life, trying to figure out where you even want to start. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You are comparing your reality to someone's highlight reel. Nobody posts their struggles. Nobody posts their shame. Nobody posts their regrets. Nobody posts the nights they couldn't sleep because life was choking them. Nobody posts the money they borrowed.
Nobody posts the mistakes they made. Nobody posts the jobs they didn't get, the interviews they failed, the opportunities they lost, or the tears they cried. You are comparing your behind the scenes to someone's edited documentary. You think you're behind because you can't see how many people are struggling just like you. You think you're failing because people are good at hiding their brokenness. You think your life is slow because the internet is designed to make everyone look like they're winning. But let's pause and tell the truth. If every Nigerian posted their real challenges, social media would crash under the weight of the pain. You're not behind. You're not losing. You're just living a real life, not an edited one. Now let's talk about responsibility. Because here, responsibility doesn't ask if you're ready. It doesn't ask if you're stable. It doesn't ask if your life is balanced. It doesn't ask if you're emotionally okay. It just arrives, uninvited and overwhelming. Some of the pressure you're carrying today didn't even start with you. You inherited it. Generational struggles, family expectations, unspoken duties, the silent demand to rise so others don't fall. The pressure to break cycles you didn't create, to succeed so your siblings have hope, to build so your parents' sacrifices don't feel wasted, to stay strong so your family doesn't crumble. And yes, it gets heavy, very heavy.
But there's something you need to understand. The fact that life has demanded so much from you is proof that you are stronger than you think. Weak people don't get heavy burdens, they get protected. Strong people get chosen by circumstance, not because it's fair, but because they can handle it. And even though it's exhausting, even though it's draining, even though it feels unfair, the truth remains. You are stronger than your life admits. You have survived things that would have broken other people. And yet, you convince yourself you're not doing enough. You call yourself slow. You call yourself inconsistent. You call yourself lazy. You call yourself unprepared. You call yourself disappointing. But you forget one thing. You are judging yourself without considering the full story of what you've survived. Let's talk about disappointment, one of the quietest wounds Nigerians carry. Life here teaches you to expect hardship, but it never teaches you how to handle it. You've dealt with situations where your hopes were high, your plans were set, your expectations were reasonable, and life still showed you flames. You've had opportunities slip from your hands for reasons outside your control. You've seen people you trusted disappoint you. You've put effort into things that didn't yield the results you expected. You've held on to dreams that felt real, but somehow refused to manifest. You've worked hard, but got outcomes that didn't reflect your effort. And then you blamed yourself. But that's the thing about disappointment. It tricks you into thinking you could have done more, when in truth, sometimes life simply doesn't cooperate. And yet, you continue. That continuing is your superpower. That refusal to give up is your strength. That ability to wake up again after life knocks you around is something only strong people possess. Let's talk about mental fatigue, because a lot of Nigerians are mentally exhausted without realizing it. You've been in survival mode for so long that tired has become your normal. Your mind is constantly overwhelmed, not because you're weak, but because life here keeps you on edge. Think about it. You're planning your life while preparing for emergencies you can't predict. You're trying to stay calm in a country that operates on stress. You're trying to feel safe in a place where stability is a privilege. You're trying to dream in a system that doesn't support dreamers. You're trying to grow in an environment where growth comes with resistance. No wonder you feel overwhelmed sometimes. No wonder your mind feels heavy. No wonder you struggle to stay motivated. No wonder some days feel harder than others. This isn't failure, this is fatigue. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to need rest. You are allowed to slow down without guilt. You are allowed to breathe. You are allowed to heal. You are allowed to pause without feeling ashamed. Let's talk about something else, the fear of starting over. Nigerians know this fear well.
You don't want to begin again because you're tired. You don't want to try again because failure has bruised you. You don't want to start from scratch because you've started too many times already. But here's the truth. Starting over is not failure, it is renewal. Trying again is not weakness, it is resilience. Taking a new path is not confusion, it is courage. Every time you restart with experience. You restart with lessons, you restart with clarity, you restart with strength you didn't have before, you restart with scars that remind you of your capacity. Let's also talk about peace, because people underestimate how much peace means in a place like this. Peace is not the absence of problems, peace is the ability to stay grounded even when life is loud. Peace is learning to create calm in a chaotic country. Peace is deciding to protect your mind even when the world around you is unpredictable. You deserve that kind of peace. You deserve peace that's not tied to money, peace that's not tied to accomplishments, peace that's not tied to people's validation, peace that comes from knowing you're doing your best with what you have. And before this part ends, let me remind you of something powerful. Everything you're becoming is being shaped by everything you've survived. You're not productive, you're evolving. You're not slow, you're growing at your own rhythm. You're not behind, your lane is different. You're not failing, you're adapting. You're surviving a country that requires strength just to exist in. And you're doing it with courage, commitment, and a quiet kind of power. No matter how drained you feel, no matter how uncertain you are, no matter how heavy your life seems, you're still here, still trying, still learning, still becoming, still moving, even if slowly, still fighting for a future only you can see. And that alone proves something. You are not failing, you are surviving, and the fact that you're still standing means you're already stronger than your struggles.
How to stay standing when life keeps testing you. There is a point you reach in life where surviving isn't enough anymore. You want more. You want peace, direction, progress, stability. You want to move from managing to living, from coping to growing, from surviving Nigeria to navigating it with sense, strength, and strategy. But before that transition happens, life usually throws one more test your way. Not because it hates you, not because you're unlucky, but because every new phase demands a new version of you, and sometimes the old you is still holding on too tightly. So part 3 is about that phase, when life starts testing you after you've already been tested enough, when you're trying your best, yet things still feel heavy, when you've survived so much, but the road ahead still looks long. This part is here to remind you that even in those moments, you're not losing. You're learning how to stay standing. When you realize life is not slowing down for you. One thing Nigerians learn quickly is that life doesn't pause just because you're overwhelmed. Bills don't wait, problems don't reschedule, responsibilities don't take sick leave, even your dreams don't stop calling your name. And sometimes that constant movement makes you feel like you're drowning. But here's the truth most people don't admit. You grow in seasons where you have no choice but to grow. Anyone can improve when life is sweet, but surviving pressure, that's where genuine transformation happens. And you've been transforming without even noticing it. Your resilience isn't loud, your strength isn't dramatic. Your courage doesn't announce itself, but it's there in every exhausted step you still manage to take. The battle between who you were and who you're becoming. Growth feels uncomfortable because you're stuck between two versions of yourself. The version that's tired and the version that still believes something better is possible. You're caught in between, trying to balance hope and reality. You're pushing forward, even though your past keeps whispering reminders of your mistakes. You're planning your future while trying to heal from experiences that still sting when you think about them. And Nigeria does not make this balancing act easier. Here, you don't just grow, you evolve with force. You shed old thinking patterns, you outgrow old behaviors, you lose people, you gain clarity, you discover truths about yourself you didn't want to admit. You start seeing life differently. This process is painful sometimes, but necessary. Because you cannot rise in life with the mindset that belonged to your lowest season. You cannot climb with the same fear that kept you stuck before. You cannot become stronger while holding on to habits built from survival. Life is shaping you, not punishing you. Let's address something many Nigerians struggle with: feeling ashamed of small beginnings. But let's be honest, who told you small beginnings are a crime? Who convinced you that progress only counts when it's big? Every tree started as a seed. Every building began with a block. Every success story started with confusion. Every strong person once felt weak. Every confident person once doubted every decision. Your journey is not supposed to look like a straight line. Your progress will not always be dramatic. Sometimes progress is simply choosing peace over pressure, saying no when you always said yes, saving a little even when life is demanding a lot, cutting off draining people, asking for help, resting before you break, forgiving yourself, trying one more time, not giving up. These small steps stack up, and one day you look back and realize you're not the same person anymore. How to keep going when you don't know what's next? Surviving Nigeria teaches you to develop what I call quiet bravery. It's not the loud, dramatic, motivational type. It's the type that shows up on regular days. The day you're broke, but still get up to look for solutions. The day you feel stuck, but still choose to try. The day you feel hopeless, but still show up for life. The day you feel drained, but still make small progress. The day you feel alone, but still encourage others. The day your plans fall apart, but you refuse to fall apart with them. That quiet bravery is what keeps you going. So, here's how you sustain it. 1. Give yourself permission to slow down. You are not a machine. Rest is not laziness. Pausing is not quitting. 2. Stop punishing yourself for things you didn't know back then. You're wiser now. Use that wisdom. Don't resent your past. 3. Let go of timelines that don't belong to you. You are not late. You are growing at the speed meant for your journey. 4. Surround yourself with voices that don't drain you. Energy is contagious. Choose wisely. 5. Celebrate small wins, because in this country, small wins are big victories. 6. Don't confuse being tired with being unworthy. Fatigue is not failure. You're allowed to rest. 7. Trust your journey even when it looks confusing. Some things will only make sense in hindsight. The moment you realize you've been strong all along. Most Nigerians underestimate their resilience because they're used to hardship. But look closely at your life. See how many times you've rebuilt yourself. See how many times you've adapted. See how many times you survived storms that were meant to swallow you whole. See how many times you started again when others would have quit. See how many times your heart broke but still found a way to hope. See how many times you felt empty but kept moving anyway. Strength is not loud. Strength is not dramatic. Strength is not a movie scene. Strength is you, waking up today. Strength is you choosing life again. Strength is you surviving a system designed to break your spirit. Strength is you refusing to give up on dreams that seem delayed. Strength is you pushing through fear you never admit out loud. You've been strong, you're still strong, and you're getting stronger. The final reminder: you're doing far better than you think.
Before this chapter ends, let me tell you something most Nigerians need to hear, but rarely do. You're trying, you're growing, you're learning, you're adapting, you're improving, you're surviving a tough environment with grace. You're becoming someone future you will be proud of. The fact that life hasn't broken you is not normal. It is evidence of extraordinary resilience. So, don't rush your journey. Don't downplay your growth. Don't compare your timeline to someone else's highlight reel. Don't forget your quiet victories, and don't ever tell yourself you're failing. You're not failing. You're surviving, and survival in a place like this is already a form of success. Keep going, slowly if you must, but keep going, because your story isn't ending here. A better chapter is warming up for you. And when it finally arrives, everything you survived will make perfect sense.